The Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter would like to extend a sincere thank you to our Full Belly's champion sponsor, the family-owned dealership, Granite State Subaru.
Welcome to the 20th annual Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter Dinner Auction Fundraiser. My name is Jane Goodman, and I have the honor to chair this year's event. Thank you for tuning in this evening. And hi, Mom. Before we start our program, let's take care of a few housekeeping items. Please just text 2 of your friends to tune into this program now. And if you haven't registered already, you'll want to do so that you can bid on the great items in both the live and silent auction, and so that you can donate to our event tonight. There are 2 ways to donate. The first way is on your mobile phone. Text NSKS Gala, G-A-L-A, 2020 to the number 243-725. That's how you can register. You'll get a little response right away. Or you can do it online on your desktop or your laptop at one.bidpal.net/NSKS Gala 2020. Or you can go to the nsks.org website and click on the top banner. Press the sign-in button, and you can do the rest. Online silent auction items will be open until 9 p.m. this evening. There are a lot of great things to buy: gift cards, artwork, vacations, and wine. Live auction will close at the end of the program. You can continue to donate to the Fund a Need through tomorrow evening. If you have a blue check mark on an item, you are in the lead. Please keep bidding. I have too many blue check marks right now, and I'm going to get in some trouble. We have an earring raffle tonight. Sorry to let you know, it is sold out. So we will announce the winner. Stay tuned at the end of our program this evening. And so things look a little bit different this year. We're coming to you virtually, but our vision and our mission remains unchanged, providing food and shelter to those in need and providing those basic of needs to the greater Nashua community in a sustainable, accessible, and dignified way. At the top of this program, we were treated to a slideshow of the amazing staff and the work that they do with the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter. If I had an audience here, I would ask them for a round of applause. When COVID-19 became a real issue here in New Hampshire in March, the majority of volunteers were sidelined due to age and safety concerns. But the staff stepped up in a big way, working extra hours and working in a potentially unsafe environment, never batting an eye. They adjusted and took the necessary precautions. They planned meals to go for the clients. They created outdoor dining and distributed food in over 10 locations throughout Nashua in partnership with many agencies in the community. And they continued providing daily frozen meals for the kids. These are the true heroes that we celebrate and honor tonight. These are the people that are creating a brighter future for our community. Yes, these are uncertain times. You don't need me to tell you that. Operating a pantry and two 24-hour shelters during a pandemic has taken additional resources, and the need to feed our community has never been greater. We need your help now in meeting the anticipated gaps that we will experience as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to disrupt daily life. You have taken the first step by tuning in this evening, maybe even having a dinner delivered. Please keep your phone or computer handy and bid like your community's life depends on it, because it does. We've all been home, we're not traveling, we're not eating out as much, and not as much as we would like anyway, and we're not shopping. If you are fortunate to have kept your job and have remained safe and healthy, please, please dig deep tonight and share that extra you have saved with the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter. Together, we can make our community stronger by elevating those with the most need among us. In a year like no other, we need your support more than ever. Because you are here with us, The future looks brighter already. Now let's get this shindig started with our MT Locals $100 gift cards that are being raffled to anyone who bought a dinner ticket this evening. I'm happy to tell you that our winners are Elaine Brody, Emily Burns, and Rebecca and Alan Green. Congratulations. Throughout the program, you'll be hearing from some of our community partners. Let's start with this one, Mayor Jim Donchis.
I would like to thank the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter for all of the important work you do here in our community. And you've been doing this for many, many years. You provide meals twice a day. You're involved with Meals for Kids, delivering meals to the kids that need it. You have a daily food pantry. You've been helping the people who need help here in Nashua for a long, long time. COVID-19, of course, has created additional challenges. You've adapted with the mobile food clinics, continuing to deliver meals to our kids and providing warm meals for people. You also operate the shelter, something we need desperately, and you're working to improve the building over at St. Pat's. I just want to thank the Soup Kitchen for all that they do and all that I know you'll continue to do here in Nashua. Of course, this is the annual auction, and we're trying to raise as much money as we can for the Soup Kitchen and its activities. So please consider giving generously. There couldn't be a better cause here in our city.
It is now my pleasure to introduce my co-host for this evening, a longtime board member and dear friend to the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter. Stephen Harper is here to lead the live auction this evening. Welcome, Stephen.
Jane, thank you so much for letting me do this. For those of you that have been to the auction before, you probably recognize me. This is probably the 17th year that I've been working with the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Homeless Shelter, and I've got to tell you, this is the most interesting gala that we've done so far in the history of the Soup Kitchen. But the mission of the Soup Kitchen hasn't changed. We are still working to feed people, and we're still raising money, and that's why we're going to have a live auction. I would love to do heads and tails, but we can't. So we're going to start with a getaway to the Caribbean. We've all been at home, we haven't been traveling, but here is a chance for you to plan that next getaway. This is a 7-day, 6-night accommodation at one of a number of places in the Caribbean: Cancun, Punta Cana, Costa Rica, Riviera Maya, and this must be booked 60 days in advance. The bidding starts at $500. This is a $900 to $1,000 value, and it's your chance right now to plan your next vacation and getaway. Bid now, bid often, and bid high. Let's take a look at our next item, a bourbon bonanza. We're moving into the winter. There's nothing better than sitting next to a fireplace on one of those snowy nights and having a really nice glass of bourbon. I personally am a Scotch guy, but if you're a bourbon person, you have 10 bottles of really, really unique bourbons that you can choose from. This is a $425 value. The bidding starts at $150, and these are unique and chosen just for bourbon drinkers. I'm sure you will enjoy it, and I'm sure it'll make a great night at home once you're sitting in front of the fire, and we're having the snow that I'm sure is coming. Next item. This is yet another chance to get away. We have been not traveling. We have been staying at home, and we're all looking for that next getaway, and this could be a great one. But instead of me telling you about it, let's take a look and walk through on a video. Wow, that looks awesome. So what we're talking about here is accommodation for 4 people in one of 9 different properties in Tuscany. The casas are situated in the ancient hill town of Montiano. I say that as if I'm Italian, but I am not. You can book these dates indefinitely. So you don't have to use it right now. You don't have to use it in 60 days, a year, next year. This is good until you use it, as long as the dates are available. The starting bid is $2,500. Bid now, bid high. Sylvia, not you. Moving on to our next item. And by the way, this is one I absolutely love. I have bid on and bought this item a couple of different times, and I've got to tell you, it is absolutely wonderful. In the time of COVID, you're not going to enjoy the company of Lata and Krishna, but you are still going to be able to enjoy their wonderful cooking. They do an amazing meal. It's dinner for 8. They will pack it up and leave it for you so that you can pick it up just as if you're getting takeout, but it's going to be home cooked, it's going to be made with love, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. You can't put a value on this, but the bidding starts at around $150, and I have a feeling it's already going up from there. Now, let's take a look at one of the most beautiful items that we have, and that is this ring. This is a 2.15 carat cushion cut chrome gemstone surrounded by a 0.2 carat weight diamond, and it's in 14 karat gold. It is retail value of $2,350. Starting bid is around $500. And by the way, do you have the ring?
I have it. I'm wearing it, and it's gorgeous.
So, can we see it?
I believe they had a shot.
Oh, there it is.
So it looks great, trust me.
It looks great.
I might not take it off.
Jane, you can't take it home. I'm just saying you can't take it home. So before we move on to the next set of items, we are going to take a little bit of a break. And you have a special treat tonight. We have a musical entertainer that I just discovered and was able to see. And let's move on to that right now. Oh, my apologies. We have one more item. Love live television. There is a virtual wine tasting. And by the way, this is something that, that I've actually done, we've done in business, where we get folks on a Zoom meeting and do a wine tasting. And this is what you can do in your own home. You'll get an entire case of wine, excellent wines, are they not, Jane?
Excellent wines.
Excellent wines. And go to a Zoom call with a sommelier. And so you can take your laptop, take it into the living room or your home theater, wherever. You hook the laptop up to your big screen or whatever television you have, zoom in with a sommelier, have some cheese and crackers or whatever, and have a wine tasting, and it's absolutely a great time. And this goes for $150 minimum, and it is, what, $500 worth of wine?
Yeah, easily. It's got a whole case of wine that comes with it. So
whole case of wine and a sommelier. What a great time.
4 varieties.
Yeah, of multiple varieties. So again, bid early, bid often, bid high. And now we get to go to a musical interlude with 2 really great artists that I just discovered on Spotify, Aaron Harp and Jim Countryman, and they're a country blues duo. Please enjoy their performance right here.
Hi, I'm Aaron Harp.
And I'm Jim Countryman, and we're here today with the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter auction.
Support and donate. And here's a little country blues. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The judge he pleaded, they're glad he wrote it. showers of rain. Thank you.
Woo!
Wow. Thank you, Aaron Harp and Jim Countryman. There's their website. Go check them out. They're on Spotify. What a great duo. And thank you so much for being part of the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter auction tonight. I also want to thank our stocked fridge sponsors, Roger and Joanne Gaudette, who are awesome friends of the Soup Kitchen and Shelter, and Iwana Sinurenu. Thank you. I'm not familiar with you, but thank you so much because it's your kind of support that makes us successful here. Now, why don't we take a look and see where the live auction items are?
Wow, we're doing great. I can't believe it.
Look, the virtual tasting. I told you this is such a great opportunity and so much fun to do.
The Caribbean resort vacation.
People definitely want to get away. You can go higher on that. Let's see.
Bourbon Bonanza.
There's definitely bourbon drinkers in Nashua, evidently. 850. That's great.
Can we do any better? Come on, people.
You can still bid. Tuscany up to 3250. Let me tell you, if you saw that video and didn't get away, want to get away,
You do now.
you do now.
I do now.
I want to go. Oh, and 525. You are not going to be disappointed. This is such a great dinner.
And you can feed 8 of your friends.
8 of your friends.
Or family members.
Yeah.
At a picnic table outside.
Gemstone. Oh, the ring. We're up to 1,150 on the ring.
Yep, gorgeous ring.
Yeah, but look at the value, though. You've got a ways to go. You've got a ways to go. Wine tasting is back up to 600. Okay.
All right, so we're good. We're doing great.
So we're doing great. Now we've got a couple of videos that we want to show you some testimonials from the United Way and Senator Maggie Hassan.
Hey friends, my name is Mike Affelberg and I'm the president of the United Way of Greater Nashua, and I am coming to you today from the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter and wanted to talk with you about the importance of the Nashua Soup Kitchen in our community. You know, my wife and I have been supporters of the Soup Kitchen for many years, and at United Way we are partners with the Soup Kitchen on so many fronts. And the work they do is just really incredible and incredibly important in our community. Ways in which we partnered with the Soup Kitchen are the Meals for Kids program, which helps to bring fresh produce and frozen meals to kids throughout the community who are low income and at risk of going hungry. We also have been, since the beginning of the COVID pandemic in March, working with the Soup Kitchen and other community partners like the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA to do pop-up food pantries around town. As of today, we've managed to serve about 7,000 individuals and families with fresh produce and frozen meals, giving them access to food security that they otherwise would not have. What I can tell you today is, as part of this fundraiser, if you can dig deeply into your pocket, donate what you can. I will do the same. And the money goes a very long way with this organization. They really are meeting a tremendous unmet need in our community. So thanks again from my personal perspective, my wife Kirsten and I, as well as from the United Way of Greater Nashua. We love the Soup Kitchen, so thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Senator Maggie Hassan. The Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter does vital work to ensure that some of our most vulnerable citizens, including children, have shelter, food, and support. And amid the COVID-19 pandemic, your mission has become even more important. Thank you to everyone here for supporting the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter. Stay safe and keep up the great work.
It is my honor to tell you about our Dinner for Days sponsor in memory of Ben Friedman, a great friend to the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter, the Nashua community, and a volunteer cook extraordinaire. We miss you, Ben. Oh, and now it is my pleasure to introduce our executive director, who did not come here on bicycle tonight, Mr. Michael Reinke, who is going to tell you more about the Nashua Soup Kitchen. Michael?
Thank you so much, Jane.
See, I got you all warmed up for
Exactly. I'm warmed up. I'm ready to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here, being a part of this amazing event. This is my 4th auction, and this one is certainly different, but I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just like, it's amazing. It's a whole different experience. So 4 years ago, I was honored to accept the opportunity and the challenge of following Lisa Christie as the next executive director of the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter. 40 years ago, 40, we started in a small building on Chestnut Street with a single goal of advocating, creating, and operating programs and services that promote dignity, self-sufficiency for those we're serving, ensuring that fundamental basic needs are met. It was a collective effort. People came together, meeting each other for the first time, and in several hours, a meal was prepared, shelter was provided, and step by small step, our city and our community was a better place to be. The community inspired to help 40 years ago is the community I have grown to love. It's a community that helps each other, that doesn't ask who you are, where you grew up, but if you need help, and what kind of help do you need? I see it every day when a mom comes in with her daughter having prepared dinner to serve at our evening meal, or a group of high school students shows up to rake the leaves and trim the bushes for the fall, or when just the other day a native Nashuan, you might know him, Al Savage. Al Savage is a gentleman who ran the City Little League, has been a lifelong member of the Elks, and was married at St. Patrick's Church over 67 years ago. And he calls up and says, "I'd like to make a gift in honor of my late wife. How can I help?" I have to say that when I went over to Al's house, I saw a lot of wonderful memories, but the memory that touched me the most was a picture of him cutting the wedding cake with his wife Marion on September 12th, 1953. I'm not sure I can do the picture justice, but for me it looked like he just won first prize at the county fair. Support from people like Al, support from you is an honor. Support from people like Al and people like you makes a difference. With your help, we're able to provide the largest food pantry in Greater Nashua, the only community kitchen, the only emergency shelter for families and for single adult women. Meals for kids who would otherwise come to school hungry. Financial assistance for those who need a hand. Help finding a job. Help keeping the lights on. A pair of work boots for a new job. A new tire to get the car back on the road. I can read a list like this for hours about the ways that you've helped, but nothing is as effective as hearing directly from those who have been brave and said, "I need an extra hand." Please take a moment to hear directly from them, to hear their story. On behalf of all of us, thank you.
I wanted to just speak a little bit about how the Nashua Soup Kitchen has helped me out. It's really scary when you wake up one day and you really realize, like, wow, I can't feed my kids. And I don't know what I would do without the Nashua Soup Kitchen for those 2 weeks, honest to God. My kids had a place every morning, even though I was embarrassed at first. I knew I could feed them, and I could always count on the food that the Nashua Soup Kitchen provided. It's been 2.5 years now, and the Nashua Soup Kitchen has pretty much gotten me to where I am today. I also had stayed in the shelter where my daughter was born, and if it wasn't for me being able to save money and Donna's help with the education, I wouldn't have an apartment. I finally got housing. I have been to Donna's office almost every single day before the coronavirus, and she was the one that helped me get my job that I have. She provided me with shoes because I didn't have enough money, and I had to choose sometimes between my bills. I just am very thankful that Donna and the Nashua Soup Kitchen go out of their way to help people.
They gave my boys and I a shelter to stay in, and I couldn't do anything without them. And I just got an apartment thanks to their help.
I had gotten sick in 2017. I had brain surgery. I became homeless. I couldn't walk, talk, or do anything. My doctors referred me here. And when I came here, Juana literally saved my life, to be honest with you. I was denied for disability, which I had no idea. I had no income, I had nothing coming in. Juana said, no, this is unacceptable. She brought me down to the Social Security office, and she says, well, what do we need to do here to get this rolling again? In a matter of 3 months, I started receiving disability. I was staying in the family shelter with my daughter. As far as like any type of help that I needed, any type of resources, if they don't have the resources, they'll go out and find them for you. There's not enough I can say about this place. It really is good. I mean, in every aspect.
No, que le agradezco mucho el personal de aquí, de esta oficina. Directamente ya yo voy para 20 años aquí, asistiendo a recoger cosas aquí, y también vengo cada vez que necesito algo, alguna ayuda de algo, una aplicación o lo que sea, me ayudan 100%. Que el personal hasta ahora está todo bien. Muy bien el personal hasta ahora.
I came in to the soup kitchen looking for a person who can help me with my resume. While I was talking with Donna, she showed me different resources that Nashua had for everybody. So she helped me with my resume, and after that I applied for a job in Nashua District. Now I'm working in there.
The soup kitchen's been a godsend for us for the last month and a half. It's been a humbling experience because we've never considered using these types of services before. We never needed them. My wife and I are hardworking, and I lost both my jobs at the beginning of the pandemic, and there was a screw up in the paperwork. We basically haven't got paid one dime all summer. Now we're homeless, we're in the shelter, and thank God they're being so kind to us and my family, and you know, the facility's very accommodating for what we need. It's just not my shelter, you know? And I want to get back to work. My wife's at home with the kids doing remote learning. I just want to thank everybody from the soup kitchen that's helped us, you know? And no one's been judgmental to us, and they've treated us with respect and given us our space.
Been through a lot in my life, and every time that I've really been through the worst of it, I've come to the soup kitchen, and they have provided me with everything I've needed and then some. They've always been there for me when I've needed them the most, when nobody else was there for me, when nobody else could help me. And I've always been grateful for the service that they've provided me.
Wow, what a great message. And now we come to the part of the evening that was always my favorite when we were doing it live in the ballroom. And that was a chance to do Fundraising. And the energy in the room as we called out numbers and people raised their bid paddles was always so much fun. Well, tonight, your bid paddle, it's one of these. So that's how it's different. But now if you look on your screen, that is how you can actually bid in Fundraising. You go to the screen, you click on the donation button. It says Fund a Future, and then you can choose the amount that you want to bid on, that you want to donate to help feed children in the state of New Hampshire. Right now, at the end of October 30th, according to the state of New Hampshire, there are over 130,000 families in the state of New Hampshire that are on assistance and needing assistance of some kind. That's defined as a family by having at least one child. So if you think that many of those are going to have multiple children, there are easily over 200,000 children going hungry in the state of New Hampshire, and in the city of an area of Nashua, we can make an impact. And this is where you can help. So we're going to start Fund a Need at these levels. You can see we're going to have 5,000, 2,500, 1,000 or so. So let's start right now at the $5,000 level. A $5,000 level will shelter a family of 4 for 1 month and also help with transitional housing. That's what $5,000 can do today. And if you have that ability and you have that in your heart, please donate $5,000 today. The next level is $2,500. $2,500 provides a healthy meal and fresh produce for an entire classroom for an entire year. The Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter makes sure that meals go into the schools so that children don't go hungry. And when they're not hungry, they can learn. And when they learn, they can get an education and they can get out of poverty. This is what $2,500 will do for you today. And the next one is $1,000. And a $1,000 donation will prevent homelessness by providing 5 families with rent assistance. Remember, we've got 2 things that we can do here. We can help people when they're homeless and feed people when they're hungry, or we can help prevent them ever making it to becoming homeless and becoming hungry. And you can help with that with a donation of $1,000. I'm going to pause here because I want to show you a message from the Nashua Teachers Union.
Good evening. My name is Adam Marcoux, and I'm president of the Nashua Teachers Union. If you can see me on video, you're probably a big supporter of the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter, as are we over at the NTU. I like to be doing this in person, but COVID's had other plans, and this is only like the 14th time I've tried to record this video right now. I just wanted to stop in and say thank you to the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter for everything they do for our community, especially our kids. As a teacher in our district, food security can be a concern for many families, and a student who's worried about food can't be worried about learning. So to the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter and all its supporters, thank you for everything you do for our community, especially our students.
Before we move on with the Fund to Need, I do want to thank you to our Dinner for Days sponsors. And these include the India Association of New Hampshire, Microdesk, Lovering Auto Group, and the New Hampshire Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery Center. Thank you all for your sponsorship and your support of the Nashua Soup Kitchen. But moving on to our next level. Our next level is a $500 level. And at a $500 level, you can help keep kids warm by providing utility assistance. Remember, we're coming into winter, and we do live in New Hampshire. It gets cold, and especially with a pandemic going on, people are spending much more time inside, and these children not only need to be fed, but they need to be kept warm because there are many of them doing remote learning, and your $500 can help with that. And the next level, $321. Seems like an odd number, doesn't it? $321. But $321 is what it costs to feed one child dinner for an entire year. 1 year, one dinner, one child, $321. And then lastly, at our last level, is $100. $100 will feed a family of 4 for 1 week. Now let me ask you a question. How many of you feed a family of 4 on $100? But trust me, we can do it and you can help. If there's another level that you're comfortable with, if there's anything that you want, you have the ability on that app that we showed you to give it a different level. So right now, let's take a look and see how we're doing.
Here we are. Whoa.
Here we are. Look at that. 14,790. We really wanted to get up to 50,000. So ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't given, please do. But thank you so much for the $14,790. And Janet and Dan Griffin are the last who have given something. That is absolutely awesome.
Let's see if we can get that all the way up by the end of the night.
Yes, absolutely we can. And at this point, we want to go to a welfare testimonial. We want to talk about a video of what some of the things that we can do. Let's take a look at that now.
My name is Bob Mack. I'm the welfare officer for the city of Nashua. We basically serve those that are poor and unable to support themselves. And that being the case, we do come into contact and work with a lot of clients that are homeless or on the verge of homelessness. We refer to the soup kitchen for food assistance, for their food pantry, for scheduled meals, and we do work with them on a daily basis to try to connect homeless people that are unsheltered to their shelter program. One of the greatest benefits that we find from the shelter program is it's more than just a shelter. It actually comes with services as part of the program, whether that be case management services, budgeting, the assistance with some of the essentials, the day-to-day necessities such as cleaning products, personal products, the food items, but also things like employment services and other types of things along those lines.
And before we move on, we would like to give a big thank you to our Full Pantry Guardian sponsors. And these include Lowell 5, the Nash Foundation, the Nashua Teachers Union, Madison Management, Ruo, Hashig and Realty, and Friends of the Nashua Soup Kitchen. We'd also like to thank Eaton and Berube, Enterprise Bank, Law Logistics, Bonnet, Page and Stone, Citronics, Leslie and Bob Eisenberg, and Rabbi John and Lori Spiris-Savitt, and finally Janet and Dan Griffin. All right.
And now we're back.
We're back. Jane.
We're back with this amazing raffle we sold out at the beginning of the program. Thank you all who supported this. Unfortunately, we only have one winner, even though we have 2 earrings. We have to keep them together. And our winner tonight is Lisa Mausolf. And I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, but Lisa, we will be in touch. Thank you for supporting the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter. And may you shine brighter in those gorgeous earrings.
And ladies and gentlemen, now it's time. Let's find out who won and who bid and what we got.
We're not announcing the winners yet. Just gonna, we're gonna review who yes.
We're gonna review where we're at. Okay, so the Caribbean, $750 for a $900 value. I'm telling you, that's a steal. That's a steal. Wow.
Wow, we got
bourbon.
some drinkers out there. That's all right. That's great. We love to see this.
I love a bodacious bounty of bourbon.
See if we can,
Ooh, we're getting close on that Tuscany resort vacation. Excellent. I think we can get better bids there.
Yep, these will be closing in about 2 minutes, so get your bids in.
2 minutes until it closes. Vegetarian dinner, $625. Trust me, whoever's at $625, it's well worth it. That's what you want. Oh, that ring, we're up to $1,350. Okay, I think that can go higher. 2 minutes, guys, until this closes. And once it's gone, it's gone. Wine tasting, $600. That's awesome.
So we're doing great here. We could go a little bit higher. You got a couple minutes to get those bids in. And
all right, and we're back there. So I think we have
Michael.
One more sponsor to thank. And this will be Michael Ranke.
Hi, thanks again. We just want to do another huge thank you to all of our auction sponsors. The Full Bellies champion, Granite Subaru. The Shelter Space Hero, friend of NSKS. Stocked Fridge sponsor, Roger and Joanne Gaudet. And Iwana Singh Urenu. Dinner for Days in memory of Ben Friedman. The India Association of New Hampshire. Lovering Auto Group. Microdesk Inc. New Homes, New Hampshire Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Full Pantry Guardian, Bonnet Page and Stone, Centronics, Eaton and Barabee Insurance, Enterprise Bank, Leslie and Bob Eisenberg, Friends of NSKS, Janet and Dan Griffin, Law Logistics, Lowell 5 Bank, Madison Management LLC, the Nash Foundation, Nashua Teachers Union, Ruo and Hashig Realty, Rabbi John and Lori Spira-Savet, and we are thanking our canceled race premium sponsors as well, including Eaton and Barabee, Jeanne d'Arc Credit Union, Eastern Bank, Nashua Police Patrolmen's Association, Levesque Dentistry, Unity Construction, Khalil and Crest Family Dentistry. Please go to your sponsor booklet or to our website, nsks.org, to see all of our amazing sponsors. And finally, I really need to just do a huge shout out to our auction committee. They made tonight happen. This was amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, all of the auction committee that made this possible.
Thank you, Michael. And now we're back and we're going to take one more look at the thermometer. We've made it to $18,053. Something about Fund a Need you need to know. This will be open until Sunday night. So feel free to go back if the spirit moves you, if your heart changes, if you inherit some money. This is your opportunity. Maybe you won the lottery ticket. You get a scratch off. Up until Sunday night, you can continue to donate to Fund a Need. And so now...
Well, we're still waiting. So, if you can do that 3-2-1, it's as easy as 3-2-1 to feed a child for a whole year.
$321. $321, one child, one dinner, 1 year.
Yeah, so it's really, it's amazing what we can do with these donations, and large or small, it all adds up. It all helps the kids in our community. We do more than just meals. We do backpacks. We make sure they have a holiday gift.
Oh, there's so many things that the Soup Kitchen and Shelter does. And, it's interesting. Michael skipped over something that was that was interesting, and I think we need to bring back to that. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. So many of the events and fundraising opportunities that the Soup Kitchen does annually, for example, the road race. It is so incredibly popular. Thousands of runners come from all over New England and compete in these sanctioned 10K, 5K walk. It raises a ton of money, and we couldn't do it because of the pandemic. And so all of the fundraising from that, from our in-person gala, from any of the other events we do, it's just not happening. And so we're depending upon you, those of you that have logged on, those of you who can make a donation. This is your opportunity.
Right. So we really, please give now, dig deep. Remember, you're probably not going out to dinner tomorrow night. You're not out tonight. So maybe that little bit of extra money we can ask you to donate.
Remember going out to dinner? Remember just saying,
inside,
hey, I don't want to cook tonight. Let's go out to dinner. It doesn't happen anymore. We call it Takeout Tuesday. But that's, you've got to be able to do things.
Times have really changed.
Yeah, times have changed.
So now I think we have the winners of the live auction. And thank you to Kelly Weimer, who just donated.
Excellent. Thank you, Kelly. And so I have been handed the winners who have bid high and won the various things. So let's start with the Caribbean Vacation. The Caribbean Vacation was won by Kelly Jensen. Kelly Jensen.
Oh, Kelly.
So thank you, Kelly.
Big
Excellent.
Supporter.
And Robert Fetter won the bourbon, 10 bottles of bourbon. If you like bourbon, get to know Robert. He's got plenty to go around. The Tuscany Vacation, I am incredibly jealous. Stephen Boucher. I'm reading handwriting, and I think a doctor wrote this. The Indian Dinner was won by Donna Marceau. Donna Marceau has won that. The Ring. Oh, gorgeous ring. Sharon Cernick.
Oh,
S-E-R-N-I-K.
Sharon, I know Sharon.
Yay, good. And finally, the wine tasting. And this was won by Bill Goodman.
Woo-hoo!
So, Bill and Robert are the guys you want to get to know because that's where you're going to have some interesting evenings.
I'm getting some wine.
There you go. All right, I'm going to hand it to you, Jane, so you can close up for the evening. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening. And remember, you can still give to the Fund a Need.
I want to thank everyone who's tuned in tonight. Again, we're living in different times. I'm lucky that I get to see the thermometer right now. And while we were transitioning, we went up about $10,000. So we're now at $28,653. We're more than halfway to our goal of Fund a Need. Please, please, please tell your neighbors, tell your friends. This is a great organization. Thank you, Linda Lovering, for that last donation. It's not easy doing this kind of work in a pandemic. We miss setting up. We miss getting together. And being together to celebrate the work of the Soup Kitchen. But this has been an amazing experience watching your generosity flow through the airwaves. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Thank you for coming together as a community. Thank you for giving and giving with your hearts. Together we're going to see a brighter future for our Nashua community. Have a wonderful, safe, beautiful weekend.